Hey everyone, John here, and welcome back to the Toy Box. Happy New Year's Day! I want to wish you and your families a very happy New Year's. May all of you have a wonderful and prosperous new year. So, it's 2021 now. According to the Chinese zodiac, this year is the year of the ox. So I thought it would be appropriate to look at one of my favorite Pokemon in the first generation, the Wild Bull Tauros. I have the Pokemon Center Tauros Sitting Cuties Plush right here. So let's take a look. One thing that I think about whenever I look at Tauros is that Tauros just looks legendary. I mean, I think Tauros is a perfect Pokemon to represent the year of the ox, and Tauros also represents the Taurus sign pretty well. I mean, just look at Tauros. The face just looks legendary. I like the eyes, and then we have the dots up here, and then we have Tauros' horns. These horns look really nice. They're very soft, but they look solid. We have the face. Tauros doesn't smile. I don't think there's really room for Tauros to do it, so you can see the mouth right here. Very serious. And then we have this mane around here. The mane is extremely soft and very fluffy, so it's pretty nice. Let's take a look at it from the other side. And then Tauros looks a little awkward sitting down here because I don't think bulls in general were meant to sit down. But this is how Tauros looks. We have a little hump right here over his back. And then we have the legs. Now the legs here are very skinny. Tauros is a bull, so the legs are going to be skinny like this. We have the legs in the back. I like the hoof prints. See, you even have the horseshoe impression on the bottom, and you have it for every foot. So you can see. That's a very nice detail for this plush. Then when you turn Tauros to the back, you have the three tails. They can whip each other. They whip Tauros so that Tauros can keep going. Now the tails are sewn to the back right here, so they don't just come out and they're free to go everywhere. They are sewn right here. So that's something just to keep in mind. And then lastly, we have Tauros' toe tag. Pokemon Center, Sitting Cuties Tauros. Now, I really like Tauros, and as you know, Tauros was in the first generation of Pokemon, and I don't know if this is maybe more of a point of frustration for me. I don't know if it's like this for everybody else, but if you play Pokemon Blue or Red, then you know what I'm talking about. Now, originally, while Tauros might be more common now, Tauros was originally only available in the Safari Zone in Fuchsia City during Pokemon Red and Blue. And Tauros wasn't in the very beginning. Tauros was all the way in Section 3. So that was pretty far away from the entrance. And why does that matter? It matters because whenever you buy a Safari Zone ticket, you have 500 steps that your character can take before your time is up. Now, at that time, you couldn't just turn your character from left to right, up and down, without it costing a step. You had to use all of every time you turned, your character would move a step. So it was very difficult to get to that Section 3 and also not waste all 500 of your steps before you get there. I think that when I finally perfected it, I would be able to get to that Section 3 within maybe 200 or 300 steps, giving me about another 200 to go before I would have to start over again. And I think maybe every one or two safari runs, maybe every other safari run, I would find Tauros. I would try to throw a ball, and I wouldn't be able to get Tauros. And Tauros would just run away after one turn. So that was pretty frustrating. And I think eventually I was able to catch Tauros the fair way. And what I mean by the fair way is this was before we learned about the Cinnabar Island, Seafoam Islands trick that we saw when we talked with our friends. And for those of you who played Pokemon Blue and Pokemon Red, that was a big achievement. And that was actually the last step for me to complete my Pokédex in Pokemon Blue. That was after catching all of the legendary Pokemon, after evolving every other Pokemon, Tauros was the only Pokemon I had left. And that's what made 150 for me. So, yes, it was kind of a point of frustration, But it also kind of made Tauros one of my favorite Pokemon. Um, and going back to that frustration, it also kind of annoyed me that Ash was able to catch 30 of them in the Safari Zone when I was having such a hard time catching one. It kind of felt like I was being trolled there. But anyways, that's my Tauros story. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and take one last look at Tauros here. And we're going to set Tauros down before we go ahead and head to the Safari Zone. Well, this has been the Pokemon Center Tauros Sitting Cuties Plush. What do you guys think of Tauros? And what Tauros stories do you have for us? Let me know in the comments section below. If you are interested in adding Tauros to your collection, I will put a link to Pokemon Center in the description. It's going for $10.99. Well, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, rate, subscribe, and don't stop playing.